Hello guys, Anissa here. As you can see, I won 15 out of the last 20 Brood games. All of those games were played in the last patch, and I even had a 10 game win streak in there. So I finally feel comfortable to give you guys a final updated version of Brood and a more in-depth guide. What I will do this time is break down the guides into more smaller parts so I can just explain things more in detail rather than just giving you guys like one 40 or 50 minutes long video. The first part will be this video with the skill build. So this is the skill build you guys want to go for in most games. We want to take Insatiable Hunger level 1. It doesn't matter if you're playing mid or off lane. Level 1 Insatiable Hunger will just allow you to get all the CS. You get so much bonus damage and lifesteal that you can get nearly every deny and every single last hit in the first wave. Even if the enemies hit you, you just don't care because of the lifesteal. You can just think of this like a mini metamorphosis from Terrorblade with less cooldown, I'd say. Then level 2, you want to get spin webs in every game, just for the HP region and the movement speed, right? You can, like once you have webs, you can juke into trees and you're nearly unkillable. Level 3, you want to get the second point in Insatiable Hunger just for a little bit more duration, so you can activate this for the full wave and you have less cooldown, so you can activate this nearly every creep wave. You have 35 instead of 40 seconds cooldown, which is quite a lot. At level 4 you want to take the second point in spin webs so you can cover more surface area in the lane. You have a more additional HP region and you gain more movement speed. At level 5 you want to take the first point in Silken Bowler. At level 5 you want to take the first point in Silken Bowler. This will net you a kill in most games once you have like your boots and your Orb of Venom. You can just Silken Bowler someone and activate Insatiable Hunger and just kill the guy. Also, since we are getting spawned spiderlings with level 6, we want to have at least 1 point in Silken Bowler just to get the additional magic damage and the slow for the spiders. Afterwards, we want to max out the spin webs. We have spawned some spiders. We just want to farm a lot of neutral camps, a lot of lanes. With more movement speed we can just chase down enemies more quickly, just because the spawn spiderlings is our farming ability, and after we have spawned some spiders we just want to farm a lot of neutral camps, a lot of lanes. With more movement speed we can just chase down enemies more quickly. The second spell you want to max out is Silken Bowler. As you can see here we take this at 9, 11 and 13. I think in like the early fights after the laning stage, this spell is just better compared to Insatiable Hunger. Like the only thing you gain by maxing Insatiable Hunger is like a little bit more duration and like 10% more lifesteal and like a really tiny amount of damage. So I don't think putting more than 1 or 2 points early on in Insatiable Hunger is needed. The Silken Bowler will just give you so much damage when you have like 20 or 30 spiders. Increasing the magic damage that Silken Bowler provides from 5 to 8 is a big deal. And you also gain more slow, which will just make it more easy to stay on top of enemies and to like kite them around. At level 10, 15, 20 and 25 you want to get the talents. And you always want to get the spawn spiderlings when you're allowed to, which is like 6, 12 and 18. For the talents, you want to take the spawn spiderlings damage every game, just because the damage of spawn spiderlings is already really high, and increasing it even more will just allow you to like take 30 or 40% HP of a support in a team fight just with this spell alone. At level 15 you want to take cooldown reduction in nearly every game with the new web recharge time and a lot more active abilities than before. Like we got the Silken Bowler, especially with the shard, which is like the biggest thing of Brood right now. and the spawn spiderlings that you want to spam in every teamfight as much as you can, I think the cooldown reduction is just better compared to the attack speed. If you want to go for like a right click build on Brood, then you can still go for the attack speed, but I would not recommend taking the attack speed over the cooldown reduction. At level 20, you always want to take 18 spiders damage if you are allowed to. In some games, you just don't have enough survivability. If that's the case, then you have to take the HP talent. Like, you don't want to die every team fight, right? But if you can take the spider's attack damage without dying on your main hero, then take the spider's attack damage. Even if they have a lot of spider clear, doesn't really matter. You can use the spiders for farming, you can use them for split pushing, you can use them for so many things. So this talent is just a talent you want to pick up if you're allowed to. At level 25 you can choose between both talents, like both are pretty solid. In some games you just need the lifesteal and the damage to stay alive. In some games you just need your spiders to
take a look at some
changes you can make in the build. If you are playing in the offlane and you're either solo laning from level 1, or you're playing against really aggressive heroes and your support can't really help you at level 1, for example you're playing against Drow plus Tusk, or you're just playing like against a tri-lane, you could consider taking Spin Webs level 1 and then getting the second point Insatiable Hunger level 2. Another change up you can do, in some games you just don't need the second point in Insatiable Hunger because you're already way stronger. Then you can just get the Silken Bowler earlier and you just get this spell later. Then the skill build would look kind of like this, or maybe like this if you think you need the second point in Spin Webs more early. In some games you want to consider maxing out Insatiable Hunger at level 7. This is mostly in games that you're playing against the quote-unquote counters to Brood, like the spider clearing physical damage heroes such as Sven, Legion Commander, Tidehunter, Timbersaw. Those heroes that can't really man-fight you while you have Insatiable Hunger activated, but that can clear your spiders. Like on those heroes you don't really have kill potential with only Webs and Silken Bowler and lower levels of Insatiable Hunger, but when you have maxed out Insatiable Hunger you can just run at them and they can't even enter your lane anymore.